In addition to the periodic financial and performance report, there are several other required reports for the CDBG Public Infrastructure Program. These forms will be sent to you with an executed grant agreement, and they are also available on our website. These additional required reports would be the MBE, or Minority Business Enterprise Notification, the Notice of Contract Award HUD 2516, the Department of Labor Notification, the Pre-Construction Conference Checklist, Section 504 Grantee Self-Evaluation for Persons with Disabilities, the Grantee Evaluation Report, and the External Audit Reports. The Minority Business Enterprise Bid Notification Form, or MBE, helps to make certain that minority businesses, women's business enterprises, and labor surplus area firms are used when possible. The MBE bid notification is to be posted by the grantee, sent to the PTAC, or Procurement Technical Assistance Center within the grantee's area, and sent to Darrell Thomas on or before the date of the project bid advertisement. A copy of the MBE bid notice, a verification of the grantee posting, and notification to the PTAC and Mr. Thomas, along with a copy of the bid advertisement, needs to be submitted to your grant manager. Within 10 days of the contract award, the Notification of Contract Award HUD 2516 form and the contractor's eligibility verification is due to your grant manager and the Labor Standards Officer. Before the contract is awarded, it's a good idea to verify that the contractor is registered and not barred, which means that the prime contractor is not listed on the U.S. General Service Administration's list of parties excluded from federal procurement or non-procurement programs at the System for Award Management, SAM's website. You can check the contractor's eligibility by visiting sam.gov and using the contractor's DUNS number. Once you have found the contractor's registration, print the screen showing their eligibility. Please remember, all contractors and subcontractors must have a DUNS number, a Dun & Bradstreet Data Universal Number System number. A DUNS number is free and can be obtained by visiting the website listed on this slide. Also, within 10 days of the contract award, the Department of Labor notification is due to your grant manager and the U.S. Department of Labor. The pre-construction conference checklist should be followed and completed at the pre-construction meeting. For the CDBG program, it will serve as the minutes of the pre-construction conference meeting. This document also requests that you submit to your grant manager and the Labor Standards Officer a copy of the wage determination to be used for the project, the MBE form and posting verifications, the notice to proceed, the certificate from contractor appointing officer to supervise payment of employees, the first and last payroll when they're available, and any apprenticeship documentation if this applies to your project. As part of the Equal Employment Opportunity and Fair Housing Compliance, grantees should complete and have on file a Section 504 self-evaluation for persons with disabilities. At closeout, the grantee will complete the Grantee Evaluation Report, or GER. As part of the GER, at closeout, the grantee must hold a public hearing to review the program activities and performance. An as-built drawing, plan, or map is to be included with the GER. This report is due at closeout, which will either be 60 days after the end date of the grant or 60 days after all grant funds are spent. The GER is submitted to your grant manager with the final periodic financial and performance report. All of these reports and forms are part of the grant file and should be available to be reviewed at a monitoring visit. In the grant agreement, Exhibit G, under specific conditions, programmatic, it will say either on-site monitoring required or reviewed, no additional requirements. If the grant agreement says on-site monitoring required, your grant manager will conduct an on-site or in-the-office monitoring of your grant file. Things the grant manager will look for include how timely the project was carried out, any direct LMI benefits, the EEO, MBE, and 504 activities, fair housing compliance, financial management of the grant, and the construction project process. A monitoring review may result in the identification or finding and/or concern. A finding is a deficiency in program performance based on statutory, regulatory, or program requirement for which sanctions or other corrective actions are authorized. A concern is a deficiency in program performance not based on statutory, regulatory, or other program requirement. The state issues a concern about program design or operations when, in the state's judgment, the practice could result in noncompliance with a statutory, regulatory, or other program requirement if not corrected. Submitting your required reports and forms timely will help head off any problems that could lead to a concern or even a finding. One other report that must be submitted is the grantee's audit. The grant agreement provides information on when and what type of audit is to be submitted for each grantee. The audit due dates are based on the grantee's fiscal year end date, so double check the grantee's fiscal year end date in the GATA system. Not submitting an audit in a timely manner can lead to a DCEO fee lock and the Illinois Stop Pay list for grantees. Thank you.